Welcome back, everybody. It is time now for Money Matters Monday. Spring is here, but are you financially ready for summer? Good question. Chris Shreves is the president and CEO of Circle of Advisors. Always good to see you, Chris. Happy Easter, a little late.
Yeah, you too.
So let's talk about planning these summer vacations. I think a lot of us are good at planning in our head, but maybe when we really look at a checklist of things we ought to be doing, we realize, oh, we missed a few things. So number one on the list, you got to make sure the money's there, right? Saving.
You got to make sure your money's there. You know, we've always talked about paychecks and playchecks, right?
That's right, yeah.
Make sure your vacation is coming out of your paycheck, right? Because, you use the paycheck, you might not be able to pay a bill.
Exactly,
So,
which is a problem.
That's correct.
And to know how much we want to spend, obviously we're going to have to do a
Budgeting.
little budgeting.
Yeah,
Because you can spend as little or as much as you want on these vacations.
Figure out what you're wanting to give up in order to get whatever it is that you're looking for. I'm sure sometimes there's going to be compromises to take a big vacation,
Right.
or you might even start really early, like a year ahead of time, saving for those big vacations. But budgeting is very important. We talk about that all the time.
If you're going to buy round-trip air tickets for, say, 6 children, just as an example, you might want to start.
You better budget.
Yeah, saving a little ahead of time.
Especially if you're going first class.
Yeah. Oh, which we always do.
Throw the kids in the back.
Mom and I do, and then the kids are in stowage somewhere. And now we get kind of into the more Chris Shreves-esque things. These are very important things, but things that maybe a guy like me wouldn't necessarily think about. Power of attorney.
Absolutely.
If this is a trip, especially if it's taking you out of the country or overseas or on some adventure, you got to think about that.
If you're going with your whole family, everybody's going to be there. Even if you're not going with your whole family,
Right.
You want to make sure you have your power of attorney for your health care all set up. If something happens while you're out of town, you need to make sure that, somebody knows that there is somebody that has the right to help you make those decisions.
Right. Yep.
And of course, while you're doing that, you might as well just get the financial power of attorney looked at too.
Be a good time to
That's correct.
just kind of do that financial.
Because if something happens to you while you're gone, somebody's going to have to be in place to handle the finances while you are where you are.
And you're going to make it a million times easier for everybody involved if there's a paper trail that leads down that road.
That's correct.
Number 4 on the list, what do you think about traveling insurance, the vacation insurance that a lot of people make available?
Look, I think that it has great value. Whenever you get the urge to go on vacation, you're healthy. Normally, you're in good shape.
Right.
But there does come a time where you get ready to leave, and you don't feel so good, and you can't go. And so, for health reasons alone, it's nice to have so that you don't really lose all of your money because you didn't prepare for that.
Right. And it's an added expense, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to need it. But man, that one time you need it, you're going to be so glad that you spent that little bit of extra cash.
I wish I would have.
Yep.
Believe me.
As is so much insurance, right? And finally, and this is a good one, sort of goes back to power of attorney a little bit. A great time to create, if you don't already have one, or to update your living will or your trust, right?
Yeah, because let's face it, that says what you want to have happen with your things if you're not around anymore, right? And so if something does happen, we hate to talk about the negative things, but life is life, right?
Yep.
And so, just update it. Make sure that it's doing what you want it to do, because, a living trust is something that, you can change. And if things change in your life and it isn't set up to do exactly what you want it to do, well then, by God, you need to make sure it is.
You're right, and I'm glad you said it the way you said it, because as people are planning for vacation, we don't like to dwell on the negative. Obviously, we're getting excited, we're ready to get out and have some fun, but you got to think about these things. Chris, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's like he's done this before. If you'd like to get in touch with a Securus advisor for a free consultation, you can give them a call, 636-720-1900 or 800-720-4252, or check out their website, circleofadvisors.com. And vacation worry